something.
Hey guys, Korai here from Computers and Cars. Today's Tech Tip Tuesday is about whether it's time to upgrade your old Apple computer or it's time to buy something new. I know a lot of people absolutely love their old computers like I do, and I also am real frugal with my money and I want to try to save it as best as possible. So I always ask the question, is it time to upgrade or is it time to keep my old machine? So in keeping your old machine, the real bottleneck on these old machines are the old mechanical hard drives they put in them. Also, with the age of those machines, those hard drives are starting to wear out in a lot of cases. So it's time to kind of replace those hard drives, and this is a great opportunity to be able to replace it with a solid state hard drive. A solid state hard drive is a lot faster operating. There's no moving mechanical components in it, so it can, for the most part, be dropped a little bit more often without getting damaged too badly. Not saying that too hard of a drop would actually break it, because it would. But the solid state hard drives really turbocharges some of these old machines. Now, Apple has in the last year with their newest operating system, 1012 Sierra, they had said, here's a list of computers that are no longer going to be upgradable to that machine. It's a big kind of question mark on why they made the choice, but they did. They said these machines we're going to start cutting off and we're no longer going to support. So here's a list that I've just posted for you. This list goes through and shows you that a lot of these computers 2009-ish and older are starting to fall off. Most of your Core 2 Duo processors are starting to go to the wayside, and we're sticking with our i processors with i5s and i7s. Now, these computers that I really recommend upgrading are your 2011 to 2012, 2013 there, right as they finished off. The big hint with these is that they're MacBook Pros and they still maintain the DVD drive. Same with your iMacs, they're still going to maintain a DVD drive. That's going to be your biggest key indicator that it is a machine wonderful for this solid state upgrade. Now, if you're okay with not running the latest operating system, it may not have as much compatibility with your iDevices and may not run some of the latest versions of your apps, but for the most part of the day-to-day user, it should do everything you want. My office machine here, I'm still running 10.6 Snow Leopard on that machine because it does 100% of everything I ask it to do. The little bit of internet I ask for it, and then the word processing, the Excel, those sorts of things, it excels at fantastically. Those sorts of programs really don't take much computational power. Now, if you're somebody that's really data crunching, doing massive things, of course we're going to want to upgrade and get the biggest and the bestest, but I'm really talking about the day-to-day, the average user here. Internet, word processing, maybe even a little movie editing. I mean, the computer that I'm using right now is a 2011 2.3 i5 13-inch MacBook Pro, and I'm editing this whole video on it. It's only got 4 gigs of RAM, which really isn't much for a computer nowadays, considering we're getting into 16, 32, the whole 64. I mean, it's getting crazy. So 4 gigs is really not much, but with that solid state hard drive in there, it really keeps up and does everything I ask it to do wonderfully. So I don't see any reason to upgrade. I'm also, you know, the more years I can put onto it, the further gap we get into the next machine being that much more fantastic with what it can do. So I'm really big into trying to push my money and trying to push my technology as far out as I possibly can. So if you've got one of these 2011 to 2013 machines, you're interested in upgrading it, shoot me an email, shoot me a comment, whatever you guys want, any way that I can help, and let's keep these old machines going.